Hey guys, Wrestling Rebels 89 back again with another reaction video. This time I'll be reacting to Stone Cold talking about Bruno Sammartino not liking his gimmick. So yeah, Bruno of course is one of the all-time legends in the history of pro wrestling, and Stone Cold's an absolute legend too. Bruno, the reason he never went in the Hall of Fame for so long pretty much was because he disagreed with the non-PG direction WWE went in, and with Austin's gimmick back in the day, I can definitely see him being offended, but I'm curious what Austin himself has to say about it, so without wasting any more time, let's get started.
I had an opportunity to do something with him once, and just a complete gentleman,
Don't know who this
the
guy is.
classiest guy in the room. And it wasn't a work. Like, he was the genuine article. And in wrestling, that's very rare because it's so full of guys that are, with images, everything. But Bruno, what you saw is what you got.
Man, it was a weird deal because, Bruno was so old school. I'd heard that when I kind of started getting hot, he wasn't a real big fan of what I was doing because, this was the Attitude Era. And,
Sure.
Dude, it's just like me when I see a lot of things today, not necessarily wrestling related, but because I'm rooted in my beliefs or my old school ways, from myself. Some things like the new music scene. There's not a lot of new music that really does anything for me. So I can see why I could have rubbed, kind of a traditional, white meat baby like Bruno the wrong way, in the way that, I approached, my approach into, as far as Stone Cold Steve Austin goes.
Yep.
And I was like, man, and people talked about it. And so I got a chance to meet Bruno. It was many years ago.
Nice.
And I'd met him a few times, but, we kind of like, I don't think we hashed it out or whatever, but I think he finally understood what I was doing. He just didn't really, he was like you said, he was like a hardworking, blue collar, wholesome guy.
Old
and all of a
school.
sudden this foul mouth, beer swilling, hell raising SOB comes on the scene, and it's a different vibe than he's used to.
Yeah.
And so anyway, but it was cool. But it was cool to shake his hand, and it's like, hey man, everything's cool. I respect the hell out of you, and I respect the hell out of you. So, I was at least glad that we were kind of able to, like, bury the hatchet if there ever was one to be buried.
Yeah, I'm glad for Austin on that. It's always a disappointment or a shame, especially becoming such a big legend as Austin did, to know that one of the people who paved the way, in a sense, doesn't like you or has it out for you for some reason. Bruno didn't really have it out for him. That was the wrong word. He just, as Austin described it, he was kind of tripping over himself. I'm sure he didn't want to be offensive or offend either Bruno or his family or his fans or anything. But pretty much Bruno was of his time, and yeah, he just got stuck in his ways basically by the sound of it, so he didn't really approve of WWE's direction or Austin's beer swilling foul mouth stuff as he brought up. So yeah, I wasn't aware Bruno wasn't a fan or that he had any problem with Austin, but I'm glad for Austin's sake that they got to kind of sort it out in the end before Bruno passed. So I just thought I'd throw out this quick reaction video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe for more wrestling reactions and wrestling videos in general. I upload every single day. This is Wrestling Rambles 89, signing off.